So today we are starting exercise on total station. This is the benchmark which I have explained you in the class. Its elevation is 100 meter above the mean sea level. So first of all, what we do is we will open the tripod and we will unfold the legs of this tripod and keep it at the benchmark. So this is our first job, that we have to center the instrument over this particular point. So we can use these knobs to unfold the legs, and we normally adjust these legs to our chest height. So let's do it from that side also, and keep it at a convenient height so that everybody can see the instrument on the top of it. So now we will keep the instrument on the top of the tripod. This is the instrument total station, and this total station we are keeping on the top of the tripod. There is a clamping screw. So this screw is clamping screw, and we have to clamp the total station on the tripod so that it does not fall off. So it's now sturdy. Our first job is we have to see whether this total station is exactly over the center point or not. So for this purpose, in the instrument itself, there is a small tube here, and this small tube is called optical plummet. So with the help of the optical plummet, we can focus this particular point and we can see the crosshair. So if you look through this optical plummet, you can see crosshair, as well as you can see a bubble at the center, a circular mark at the center, and you can see this particular point, center point. So they should lie in one line. Right now they are not in one line, so you have to shift this. At the same time, what you have to check is the top surface of this tripod is also level. So for this purpose, there is a bubble tube here. So there is a small circular bubble tube to do it with the help of these three legs. So the centering process and the leveling process, it goes parallel. So once this bubble is in the center, the base of the tripod is exactly horizontal. Okay. Now once we have done it, the second step is that we will use these 3-foot screws. These are the 3-foot screws on which this instrument is resting. So with the help of these 3-foot screws, we have to, there is another bubble tube here which is very sensitive bubble tube, circular one, this one, and we have to bring the bubble in the center with the help of these 3-foot screws. So I'll make this parallel to these 2-foot screws and give clockwise or anti-clockwise movement so that the bubble moves. So you can see here the bubble is moving now when I give this movement. Then you have to go in the perpendicular direction and use the third screw. So with the help of this screw, again you have to do the exercise so that the bubble is in the center. So once the bubble is in the center, then you have to bring it to the original position. This is a trial and error procedure, and again you have to give the movement and see that the bubble is again in the center. So after 2 or 3 trials, you will find that this bubble is always in the center wherever you keep this instrument. So this is our second step. Our third step is the focusing. So for focusing purpose, in the telescopic tube itself, you can see here in the telescopic tube itself, we have 2 focusing screws. One is this bigger one. This is bigger one. This bigger one is to focus the object. Another is this small one here to focus the crosshairs. We have to use both. So first of all, we will focus the crosshair according to our eyesight. So we'll look at the telescopic tube and focus the crosshairs. So once this is done, then we have to focus the object. In this case, the object is a prism. This is the prism, which is the object. Now this prism you can mount on a pole. This is a pole, and on this pole there is a clip here. With the help of this particular clip, you press this clip here and it is an automatically locking system. So this is locked now. You can change the height of this particular pole by a clutch. So this is a clutch. So with the help of this clutch, you can change the height of this pole, and there are graduations here. So with the help of the graduations, you also come to know what is the height from center point to the ground. So normally what we do in surveying, that there's a mark here. This particular mark is indicating basically the center point of the line of sight. So we keep this prism roughly matching with the center point of this. So that means the height of this and height of this, they are nearly same. And why we are doing it? We are doing it just to balance out these two heights. In computation, one is positive, another is negative. So this will be automatically balanced out. So now we have to target this. We have to bisect this prism with the help of the total station. So there is a circular bubble tube here, and this circular bubble tube is again indicating how you are holding it. So you have to hold it, it's something like this, so that this is in the center. So this bubble should be in the center. So that means your pole is vertical. So you have to see it. So now if you hold it at a distance, one of you can help me. You just hold it like this and ensure the bubble is in the center. Now what I will do is I will focus. So my crosshairs are focused, and I will focus with the help of this. So I am focusing now the prism. There is a small circular tube here, and I am now focusing it. So with the help of the focusing screw, I can focus the prism. Now I can see the prism, I can see the crosshairs both. We have a slow motion tangent screw. One is for this vertical movement of the telescopic tube, and another one here is for the horizontal movement of the telescope. So these, with the help of these two, I'll bring exactly the cross section, center point of the cross section and center point of the prism exactly coincident. So right now they are coincident. So the focusing work is over. So what we have done so far, 3 steps we have done. We have kept the instrument on the benchmark. So this is called the centering process. Then what we have done is we have done the leveling of the base with the help of these 3 foot screws. And third part is we have focused the object. Now the next part is, once the object is focused, then you can switch on the system. And when you switch on the system, you can get on the display various things. If we are interested in the horizontal distance, we will press the key, required key of the horizontal distance, and get the horizontal distance. Otherwise, we press the key for the vertical angle or horizontal angle. So all the observation part will be controlled with the help of this key. So now you have to perform the experiment the way I have